Hi everyone, this is Engadget, and we are showing off the Nexus 5. This is a device that if you have been paying attention to any of the tech news sites over the last month or so, this is going to be no stranger to you. This was not exactly the best kept secret, but here it is official now. It is now in our hands. We've got a nice little box to prove it, I suppose. As you can tell, you got the LG logo, Nexus 5, and obligatory Bluetooth and other regulatory information, some fine print. Nothing much else to see here. It's pretty much standard fare for a Nexus package. And then you have the actual box itself and the Nexus 5. Okay, so while we do this unboxing, we're also going to just be booting up the phone here. It is the standard Google Nexus boot up, it looks like. Now it's a 5-inch display, and it's a little bit tinier in terms of overall screen size compared to the LG G2, but the dimensions otherwise are roughly the same, just a slight bit thinner at 8.6 millimeters versus 8.9. Overall, the height and the width are roughly about the same. So let's take a little bit of a hardware tour while it is booting up. On the side, we have the volume rocker. On the top is a 3.5 millimeter jack for headphones, along with a mic up there. Of course, you have the 8 megapixel rear camera right here with the LED flash. Also, something new here is the optical image stabilization, by the way, so we're excited to review this and see exactly how it goes. You also have the Nexus logo, which reminds us a lot of the Nexus 7. I'm not necessarily in love with that, but we'll see how my mind changes over time. Of course, the LG logo down there as well. We have the power button and then the SIM card. Now, this is a micro SIM, by the way. So if you have had a full size or even a nano SIM, then you're going to have to make some changes here. And then here in the bottom is the you got the speakers and the micro USB port. Now let's go back, and here is part of the boot up screen. Okay, telling us to insert our SIM card. We're just going to go through the whole process. We'll fill in the blanks a little bit later. Okay, so it's just giving us some handy hints. And then here we are actually in KitKat. As you can see, there's not much going on the front, but as you can tell, you've got the translucent UI going and encompassing the status bar and the virtual navigation buttons on the bottom there. So that's helpful. The system apps, from what we can tell, as you can see, they don't actually do that. So it'll be interesting to see how this progresses over time, but it's an interesting start at least to have it here. Now, when we have this all set up, what we should be able to do is just go over and swipe to the right, and Google Now will pop up right there, and then we can also add in more screens as necessary on the right side. And then you also still have all the same notification bars as you did before. And of course, we've got the About screen, which shows the proof, as if we needed it. But there we go. Okay, so we got that out of the way. We're going to be spending a lot more time with the Nexus 5 in our review, so be checking that out in the next few days, because we're going to see a lot more of this. This was just a good way to show off the boot screen and some of the hardware. Now, inside the box itself, we've got the SIM card ejector, or the SIM tray ejector, if you will. And then underneath that, we've got some awesome manuals. Ooh, more manuals. Then we've got the standard plug with the USB cable. And honestly, that's all there is to it.